Hey everyone, it's Michael. Today I'm here with an update, or rather what seems like the precursor to a much longer, more comprehensive update. It's one that I felt iffy about posting because not much has changed in terms of the overall story, but it's one that I feel is definitely heating up. For those of you who may not remember, Toyah Cordingley was a 24-year-old woman that was murdered on a beach not too far away from her hometown of Cairns, Queensland. A devoted animal lover, Toyah was walking her dog Indy along the scenic beach in northeastern Australia when she encountered her eventual killer. While her dog was later found tied up to a nearby tree, uncomfortable but thankfully unharmed, the same could not be said for Toyah. Her body was found nearly a kilometer from where her car had been parked, and she had been the victim of a violent assault. The police dragnet that followed would encompass a large area around the beach, but in the weeks to come, investigators would begin to focus in on one individual in particular, Rajwinder Singh, an Indian national that had moved to Queensland with his family years beforehand. While he had been known as a geriatric nurse and a loving father and husband beforehand, the area began to know him as the likely killer of Toyah Cordingley due to his suspicious actions surrounding her murder. On the day of Toyah Cordingley's murder, October 21st, 2018, Rajwinder Singh had reportedly been acting suspiciously. He tried to come up with excuses for the numerous scratches and bite marks that covered his body, and his cell phone followed an identical path as Toyah's at the time of the murder. That evening, he had left town, abandoning his wife and children without any means of supporting themselves on a flight for Sydney, which was then followed by a flight to India before Toyah's body had even been discovered. This is where we basically ended things in the original episode. In the many months since, things have changed ever so slightly. 4 years later, the murder of Toyah Cordingley remains unsolved, but police remain hopeful that justice can be found for the murdered young woman and her loved ones who have been living in anguish during that span. As recounted by family spokesman Wayne Trimble to reporters with ABC just a few weeks ago, people are flabbergasted at how long things have taken, and we really haven't had much progress at all. However, in October of 2022, things started to heat up when Australia signed an extradition order for Rajwinder Singh, meaning that local authorities would have the power to arrest the man and take him to Queensland to be questioned or detained. Shortly thereafter, Australian officials approved a reward of $1 million, approximately $633,000 in US currency, making it the largest reward in Queensland's history. Surprisingly, this reward is not dependent upon a successful prosecution. Rather, it is offered up simply for information leading to the location and arrest of Rajwinder Singh. Police Minister Mark Ryan, who approved the reward, told reporters at the time, "We know that people know this person. They know where this person is, and we are asking for those people to do the right thing. Now there is a million reasons for a billion eyes around the world to help us deliver justice for Toyah." At the moment, police from Queensland are working with Indian officials to arrange for searches and the potential extradition of Rajwinder Singh, and it is believed that this reward will heavily incentivize someone to come forward with information pointing to his current whereabouts. A bounty hunter from India, who spoke anonymously with reporters from 7 News, stated, "We are expecting someone very close to him will tip off in the next 30 days. This bounty hunter believes that Rajwinder Singh is eventually going to turn up, stating, "He needs money and he'll work. For that, he'll need to have an identity. If he is using an identity, someone close to him could alert authorities." In the past couple of weeks, several news agencies have run updates about this story around the world, and I personally find it likely that we will see a more comprehensive update in the weeks or months to come. Hopefully weeks. That's why at the beginning I mentioned this feeling more like the preface to a larger update, but still a substantial turning point in its own right. I've found that with these stories, where there's smoke, there's usually at least a little fire, and I can only hope that proves correct very soon. Until that time though, the story of Toyah Cordingley will remain unresolved.